Hey, welcome back into AI Copy Lab. I'm Andy O'Brien, and today we're going to explore a fascinating intersection between philosophy and copywriting. You might wonder what ancient philosophers have to do with crafting compelling copy, but the principles they laid down can really help us understand human nature and persuasion at a much deeper level. So in this video, we're going to dive into how some of history's greatest philosophers would approach copywriting in today's age of artificial intelligence, and how you can apply their wisdom to your own writing. So let's dive in. I'm just going to share my screen here, and let's take a look at first Socrates. And was the master of asking questions. Socrates believed in the power of questioning to stimulate critical thinking and illuminate ideas. So in copywriting, asking the right questions can engage your audience and lead them to discover the value of your product or service themselves. So you can imagine Socrates crafting a headline like, "What if you could double your sales in just 30 days?" And by posing thought-provoking questions, you can draw your readers in and encourage them to kind of just keep going. So for the prompt here, you would say something like, "What are the hidden desires of my audience?" Right? And why do these desires matter to them? And just as an application, you can keep diving deeper into these prompts and into your audience's motivations. And this, as you learn from them, you're going to kind of evolve into copy that resonates with them even more. Right? So now we have Aristotle, who gave us the foundations of rhetoric: ethos, pathos, logos. Aristotle's approach to persuasion is timeless. Ethos appeals to credibility, pathos to emotion, and logos to logic. So a modern day Aristotle might say, establish your credibility, connect emotionally, back it up with logical arguments. And so with this prompt, you could say, how can I establish credibility or ethos in my copy? You could even paste copy that you're currently working on in here and draw out Aristotle into it and say what emotional appeal or pathos or what logical arguments, logos, will convince my audience. And you'd be amazed at what ChatGPT or any language model will come out with that. All right. And then just continue to create balanced copy that appeals to credibility, emotion, and logic. And then we have Descartes. And he's the philosopher of doubt and rational thinking. And he believed in questioning everything to find certainty. So in copywriting, addressing doubts and objections directly can really build trust and credibility. So a Descartes type of prompt would be, is my message clear and unambiguous? How can I simplify this concept for my audience? All right. And then Nietzsche, the power of storytelling. Friedrich Nietzsche really believed in this concept to convey deep truths. His philosophy teaches us to create narratives that resonate on a really deep level, invoking strong emotions and reflection. So in copywriting, this means weaving compelling stories around your brand or your product or service. So if we were working with Nietzsche today, you could say something like, and in this prompt, what heroic journey can I craft for my brand or product? How can I inspire my audience through storytelling, which is a really huge deal right now? And then we bounce back into Kierkegaard, Soren Kierkegaard, who focused on authenticity and individualism. His philosophy emphasizes the importance of being true to oneself and standing out from the crowd. So in copywriting, this means crafting messages that are genuine and speak to the individual experiences of your audience. So a prompt here would be, how can I infuse my brand's true voice and values into this copy? And what makes my message uniquely ours? That's a great prompt. All right. And finally, Wittgenstein, who's all about language and meaning. Ludwig delved into the complexities of language and meaning in a way that we can really understand the world better. So when it comes to copywriting, this could be being meticulous about word choice and how clear your message is going to be. So this type of approach, you could use a prompt like, are the words I'm using precisely conveyed in my intended message, and what words can create a stronger impact. So as you can see, philosophers can really teach us a lot about copywriting, and not just Aristotle or Socrates, but we can really tap into some of these other ones too. So in AI Copy Lab, there are all kinds of ways that we can kind of construct sales pages, emails, subject lines, headlines, all kinds of things in a way that that really resonates with your core audience in really adapting the philosophers' points of view here, their theories and their ways of thinking that really are untapped in the AI world. But we're going to do something about that. So hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'm going to be doing more with philosophers in upcoming videos. Thanks a lot.